Hello, hello! Check out the bread. Just gonna play some of the highest spice levels of all time. Woo! So, the natural first question to ask, very simply, what is spice? Well, quite simply, it's a measure of, as you can see, I actually clicked quite a lot of these. Effectively, it's a measure of how often someone plays a level and doesn't give up, essentially. Which is the big important bit, it's the not giving up. So, what affects it is a lot of how many people actually play this, how many people go get through it. So, I will have played quite a lot of these levels, either on stream back in the day. So, for instance, I would have played this back much earlier on, when Elijah would have suggested it as a level. I would have played it shortly after it came out. I believe the reason why it's the spiciest level of all time is because ryukahr played it. It was one of the... Was ryukahr or was it GR? One of the two anyways. No, I don't think it was GR, I think it was ryukahr because... Well, I think that actually is a good use of this recording. Might be just to take a look at these. We'll be taking a look at these high spice levels and really trying to figure out what it is. In this particular case, I know the reason why it's so high spice. The answer, quite simply, is it's here, right time. Would have been back when ryukahr played, or when he popped in. So of course it's going to become a case that a lot of people will have seen this level and go, oh, I want to give this a go. Or, oh, maybe I can do better than this. A lot of your typical attempt things. But quite simply, this level, this level is the highest, current highest spice level came up one local time. Because, to be honest, because it's well built. It's one of the factors is that I have good flow. Checkpointings are fairly close to each other, so keeping in mind that spice is a measure of how long a player basically will stick with it before giving up. There's a lot of different, there's a lot of different things that can influence that. The length of the level is probably a key area. The longer the level, what if I had like short checkpointing, then that's gonna. Why am I? My camera's up there. My camera's up there. My mic's over there. So I was just making my, my kind of typical hand gestures towards the mic in relation to doing towards the camera. They should be in the same place, I guess, but then I wouldn't be able to see it properly. So how you particularly looking at this is this level has a lot of shells being bounced off and coming towards it. Something very common in Mario Maker, less on Levelhead. And that's it. First level done. Easy peasy, lemon and squeezy. That's my mic, that's the camera. Why can't I remember this? But yeah, so, as I've seen, I played it before. I'm surprised they just let us the show, I suppose. It is a good level. I do quite enjoy it. But you can see how a lot of these levels are influenced by either basically big named people in the communities who build good levels and are generally, keep at it, like, say, Blopfush here a few times. Pure Knights, Joan. They told me how to pronounce the name recently, I just can't remember. ryukahr here is at a popularity, someone sees a level of, say, someone they recognize and they go, oh, I'm going to keep at this. It's all based off of spice. It's all based off of how many times you keep at it. Something like this, I believe, was also, it was given by DGR. So it's a lot of this kind of levels heavily influenced by others. So really, I suppose you could say spice is popularity, but it's not popularity exactly. I don't know how I feel about spice as a unit of measurement, to be honest. I suppose popularity would be based off plays, wouldn't it? I can't quite recall if there's a way to check the number of plays in the tower. We'll have to have a look at that. Because that would be what I would be quite interested in seeing. Maybe levels not less. Like Spice is a bit. It's a bit average. Or it's I've always felt it to be. Checking. Like it does have good levels in it, but it also has levels of, you know, they're fine. I remember playing this on stream and I had so many issues with that last cube grab. Oh, I hated it. I took so much of it. Oh, I never. Oh, tisk. What about Power Up Party? Why did I never finish this? Minute record by intuition, which means it's a long level. But the fact it's here heavily implies that it has a lot of checkpoints. Because again, despite being based off of your checkpointing, not checkpoint, the number of plays versus really what the amount of deaths, that kind of thing. So really what becomes the main factor is, you know, the more checkpoints you have, the more you're going to have in it. To an extent. You know, if it's a long level with a lot of checkpoints, crap, then of course you're going to have someone who will, you know, get through it a bit. Especially if it's, I wouldn't say a super difficult level, but a level of, say, you know, a modicum of difficulty. Right. There we go. But, I do quite like stuff. Why did I never finish this? Maybe I just ran out of time when I was doing it, or maybe I just, I'd assume if I was playing this on stream, it was because I ran out of time. I can't see this being a level that would have stopped me for very long. Or at least not so far. It may be that this level is very spicy because it's very difficult at the end, and so it results... Whoops. What time pressure going on here? You know, it's very difficult at the end, so what it results in is a lot of people, you know, playing through it, getting to the end, and then going, no, I've made it so far, I'm not giving up. So I guess that there's a big psychological aspect to it, maybe? I wonder how you could build the perfect level head level. Oh, I think I meant to be rating these as well. I'm giving up on that. Yeah. But I'm not good at often called objective, you know, objective rating don't really exist, do they? But even like pretend objective ratings. I wonder if this is one of those levels where I've beaten it, but because of whatever issue, it's not recorded anymore. I mean, that's possible. It's happened a few times. That's not my camera, that's my camera. It's happened a few times before. You know, where I'm like, oh, I've definitely beaten this level, but it's not recorded due to whatever server issues or stuff like that. Like, this is definitely a well-built level. You know, so this which is something I kind of always appreciate, especially from lore. Like, it's long, but it's also fairly clear with what you're doing. And with each section being relatively short but challenging, it strikes that basically solid spot of difficulty versus length. Or I suppose less difficulty versus length and more difficulty versus length between checkpoints. Which I feel is probably the more important stat here. Miss that cube. See what the issue is? The issue is back because I was with my girlfriend for the last couple of months. When I was streaming and recording and stuff, my camera was over there. That's why I keep looking to the right to go, ah ha ha. But no, that's my mic. My camera is there. It's a different perspective. Yeah, it's going to take me a bit of time to get used to, but it's just grand. So onwards then. Number 4. This one I recognize because I played a lot of this level. It's basically, this level is a very solid jump, you know, it's a very solid jump tutorial. You know, get you used to jumps of various lengths, of various types. Moving through it must be an absolute challenge. You know, then it introduce speed. Going to go quick. You know, you got your movements, you got your little, your coyote jumps over there. You got your little bonus, okay, there. I don't know why I messed up that last jump. Like, I just could not do it, not for the life of me. Whereas now I can, you know, pull these jumps off very well. The level it does have its interesting quirks, essentially, in terms of movement. Or not even quirks, but how the momentum system is. It's one of those big issues I find in certain platformers after playing, when I finish playing a bunch of Level Head. It's when I go off and I play, you know, so even just something else, which doesn't have the same level of, the same level of kind of momentum going on. And that's the big issue. It's momentum. Level Head is it cares quite a lot about its momentum. You do a lot of momentum movement, a lot of what you're making your building your jumps off is the momentum itself or whatever final damn done here. Once again, fantastic level. Why don't I have a picture? Okay, so never confusing puncher is right first level. No, very easy, very simple. Well, I say easy as if that's kind of a mocking thing, but it's not. No, it's a very good level. And quite simple. This was cheesed very quickly in the community, as you'll note by the very short world record. It's done through a series of very fast shell jumps, using the shells to jump up and down. I think Ignorable made a lovely video talking about the cheese itself, how that works, although there's now different tactics for it. But you know, very easy level, not very easy level, but very interesting level. So now we move on to stop the Devious Blopfush, which I may just play in its entirety, because, like, honestly I just love this level. It's magnificent. You know, it goes through and gives you your credits, and then you move on. Such an evil Blopfush. It's a boss fight, essentially. Bum 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 bum. Like, it's a bop that you don't tear right through. Bum 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 bum. When I'm editing this, I might try and make it as seamless as possible. Yeah, you see, wait, 5 minutes? Maybe 50. I was there. Maybe I was trying about it being 15 minutes, and it was actually a 5-minute level. We'll see when we beat it. Okay, I don't like this section very much, so I'm just gonna skip past it. So this is what the cheese itself is. It basically you stand on this block here. Well, not that block there, bro. Yeah, this level effectively is to, you know, well worth it in terms of just general movement. Just as it's just such a good level, there's just so much interesting aspects to it. So in particular, like this kind of cheese here, what you do is you can stand out of the way. You would also use this to get fully out of bounds. It doesn't help particularly much, unfortunately, because, well, again, the level is tied up to the timer. I think I just messed myself up here. Yeah, I did. Shit. There we go. Notes on cheese. What you can do is you can get the blob sack from the Blopfush at the start, and you can bring it in here. You can try and make it through this section, which I gotta say is actually hell to make it through with a blob sack. I spent a very long amount of time trying to do it. What you can do is you can end up cheesing through this bit, you can end up cheesing through this bit, basically just using the block stack as, you know, to get up high. And you can get through this bit just about. It's difficult to do, but you can get through it. My initial goal was to pixel jump with the flames to the right. And I was able to pull it off. Again, very difficultly. Took a very long time to do properly. But it's not impossible. But it's effectively useless. There's nothing you can do with it. There's no like progression from there. Once you're there, you're just kind of stuck. So then the question might be is, why is this level in particular why is this level in one of the most spicy levels of all time? Well, the thing is, this level is difficult. It is quite difficult. That's something I'm not gonna lie about. There's a lot of moving parts, there's a lot of avoiding things, it's also very long. But I think that's where the thing comes in. It's the rule of cool, effectively. Sometimes there are levels that are honestly just cool enough that people will put up with them. They'll go, oh, you know, this level is actually really fun, or I'm actually really enjoying this. Yes, I'll just keep playing. That's what motivated me to keep going when I was getting a little frustrated with this back in the day. I went, oh, this level's really cool. I'd like to see where it goes. So, take that. I had to take damage there. Otherwise I was, well, to be honest, otherwise I was screwed. Here we go. A good bit. Bum, 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 bum. Bum. You know, just basically big giant beams of lightning being shot down from the Blopfush. It's great. Bum. Like, it's tied into the music in such a fantastic way. Like, I think this section here is probably why I like this level so much, in the sense that it just flows really well, and it looks really cool. And it just feels good. I don't know if that traps you, but I'd like if it did. See, this bit's hard. This bit I do remember distinctly being like, oh no. And it's another situation where your hearts don't particularly save you. So I suppose while I'm here, interesting bit of trivia about the background build of the level. When you get out of bounds, you can effectively travel the entire level. You know, the whole thing is set up and it's generally waiting for you to be triggered into the area. So for instance, I think just over to the right there's just a lot of switches. A lot of these are all controlled through just boxes on switches and timers and work gates. That's what a lot of these movements are. So the way I recall correctly, the way the look-on ends are controlled generally, it's just two back rats on, they're on black rooms moving back and forth. Well, they're moving slightly in on this just one timer. So what happens here is that the look-on ends are targeting the enemies, the closest enemy I'm sure. And because they're targeting the closest enemy, that means they're targeting this enemy if they're coming closer in. They're firing into the warp gate, which are bringing them up this direction. And they're one tick as well, so they're just constantly firing. This brings you over here to a situation where you have this green fire firing, just spewing. It's a similar way to how you do the system here. I'd assume rather than there being a bunch of cannons, it's just another, not really one tick, but almost one tick, you know, with quite a bit of an arc being done with it. It really is quite an interesting level. Might be interesting at one point to just see if I'm gonna start calling him Joe. I think I'll start calling him Joe back on Discord, but you know, just asking Joe if they would like, I don't know, open the behind the scenes level and just like help us out there. And this is a cool swap. It's also only halfway through the level. And it also brings in the zipper. Which, I wouldn't know, it does have some interesting time implications in the sense that if you listen closely when I zip, music changes. Well, I say changes, but it slows. When it's a constant note, you can actually hear it being changed off. And that goes into some more, you know, more dangerous version of this, but now you have the zipper, which changes it up. It gives you essentially options for both slowing down time slightly, in the sense that you might have a brief moment to reconsider your actions, but also a brief moment to just exist. It also gives you options for avoiding fireballs quite more, which is just one of the big powers of the zipper. Bum, 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 bum. Honestly, I think this kind of setup is actually completely and utterly perfect for the zipper. It's like, it's still difficult, but it allows for a necessary escalation of movement without building it in as too difficult. Like, this might be one of the most perfect uses of the zipper I've ever actually seen, and I've seen a lot of uses of the zipper. The way it's built in, effectively it means that you're using the zipper for movement and anti-movement, but you're also using it to just keep going. It allows Joe to escalate the action, escalate the tempo, without making it super difficult. Like if you were just still moving normally, you'd be fucked. Any other power up, you don't get the same kind of general movement for it. But by giving the zipper, it allows you to add in more, basically more elements of movement, more dangerous bits for you to try and avoid. But it also means that the player has, I wouldn't even say more control, but there's more, I suppose, desperation to avoid. More like actions they can make to try and avoid death. There's, you can just take the slight bit of movement there, but there's also challenges feel worse because now they're bigger. You can't just jump over a challenge more, you have to zip through it. Or there's a whole bunch of stuff here you can really just race through it. I really like it. That could kill me. And at this point, level's finished. I will not kill the Blopfush. Blopfush deserve lives too. I'm taking a solid stance on that. There has to be some mechanism for getting the other gems. I have no idea what it is. But okay, so it's 5 minutes, yeah, so 5 minutes is the general, fuck up computer, 5 minutes is the general length of time it takes to beat this. 5:21, the fastest possible one. In the sense that it's quite literally, you grab the back with your weight and you're waiting as soon as possible for everything to trigger. So it's all set up in that kind of interesting way. Easy peasy. Now onwards to School of Magic by Noob Jr. This is a new level, actually, I think it is. In the sense that I saw it on the front page of the tower when I was setting up. Ah, it's a long level. I have absolutely no idea what any of this means. Oh god. So what do I want? Do I want it to be in the green portal there? I think so. How do I get that? Bum, 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 bum. There we go. Right, and that gives me a key. Oh, so this might just be a puzzle level. Oh. All based off of getting gems into the marker. Well, fairly obvious here, I suppose, that... Wait. It's green, that's the one I need. I know, it's orange, which is the key one. Right, so really... Oh man, that's complicated. Let's hit orange, I suppose. Oh, we hit pink. Pink drops down. Then if I hit blue, comes up. And then with blue, I can do something. Okay, I can hit green. then with green, hit this, it goes through blue again, and in. Similarly, opens up down here. Bum, 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 bum. I really like these puzzles. Although this may have broken my model of how I understand spice to work, which is unfortunate. Sure, how does that help? Why do I need it in there? So that I can come back down without dying. And also so that I can do this. Okay. What can I do here? Like that? Oh, pushing my way through it, so... Yeah, okay. I've got more gems, so I guess I'll move over here. Of course, it's Hogwartsy in the sense... Oh, Christ. It's very Hogwartsy in the sense that, you know, the moving stairs, all the stuff going on. Maybe I have to do something like this. And then throw it again. Okay, I got it. It's difficult to pull off, actually, but... Oh, wait, hold up. Let's do that. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. Easy peasy. Simple as pie. Well, the pie is here, so, you know. Ah, fuck, another one of these. Right, that's another key. What? How can I use this key to help me? See if I can just pull up better timing with this. Yeah, okay. It was simpler than I thought it was going to be. Cool. What I think I need to do... is this. And you just have to get out. Easy peasy. So it may be more length of time as well. Bum, bum. Maybe length of time plays quite a bit of a important aspect to this. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Ocula or Bizumi? Well, I think of this more. Well, that's my key gone. What am I doing here? Let me push up one more. I'll ignore this level for now. So what I need is one purple key to get up to the exit. But I'm willing to make an exception for my own sanity. Yes. Rules. Change room. You. Yes. For me. Oh, I can change the thing on the outside as well. So stars. Can I change them both to stars? Or maybe they just both need to be the same. Noob. What about its drop down? Does it tell me anything, like information wise? No, it doesn't. Well, except for that. How do I get over there? That other blue key. Is there something I can do to change the orientation of these? Yes? How? Oh, hit the puncher. Ah! So I'm missing a puzzle, that's what it was. Aha! Success! At last! So I have my one more blue key that I need to open the gates to hell. Ooh. Now how do I... Oh, same puzzle. Oh, can't believe I just missed this. These change the level. So left here will give me what I wanted actually. Cool. Aha! What? God, how am I supposed to get the key? The key, the cube. Wait a second. If I just go to place, throw a key up, and then just teleport it to the other side and get out before the roof hits, then I'm fine. Oh, I'm an idiot. What I do is I go, and I just get out. Oh no, this one is it. Just get out. Now I can move fast enough to get the cube. And now, I can leave. Successfully. You know, I've been here long enough. I really want to find out what's behind that. Maybe I need a cube in here as well. No. Forget it. I've been here long enough. Bum, 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 bum. So effectively, long, very interesting level, a lot of puzzles. So I can understand why it's in actually one of the most spicy levels. It's because it's so interesting how it's built. There's just a lot of interesting elements going on, a lot of stuff going on. Rest of universe. Okay, very long level. I am just gonna finish up the level, finish up the video, because I'm out of time. Which is unfortunate. Actually, I want to have a look at the levels here. So unfortunately I didn't get through all of them, but I made it through quite a few. Have a look at this. Just the first, isn't it? So recently, 2 days ago, and it's already in the spiciest, which is quite interesting. But you know, you can see here one with the package I wasn't going to get through anyways. Twisted Universe. But yeah, you see, they tend towards long levels. This is a very short shoot. Look at this. Oh, it's this level. Yeah, I played this. Cool. So with that, I am finished and I am done. And it is time for me to go and do something that isn't level head. So, if you've watched this video, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't watched this video, well, I mean, I can't really say anything to you, you're not going to hear this. I do run a Discord, you know, it's links and whatever. Let me know if you've liked the video, blah, 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 blah. I am currently working on another project, which is not at all level head based. It's me, basically something I saw in a book and I was like, oh, that's really interesting. So I'm just doing some investigation. Well, investigation is strong, research is the word. But with that, thank you for watching the video.